of the alcohol. La 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 la. Just line 'em up and we will drink them all. La 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 la. Well, my mother always said, if you want to drink all day, you best start in the morning, son, 'cause that's the Irish way. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, and every other mother will agree. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, so order up around for you and me. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, and every mother must agree. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, so order up around for you and me, and you and me, and you and me. Let there be whiskey.
I'm Russ. No, oh God. Does that mean nobody heard you?
Nobody heard me because I didn't check that beforehand. There we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Nerds with Alcohol. I'm Chris.
I'm Russ.
And this is episode 442.
442 back in the virtual nerd basement, everybody. Welcome to this oh so beautiful Tuesday day. Short of a few rain showers, some pretty heavy storms we had earlier in the day, but the last couple of days have been real nice.
Dude, that was a hella storm that rolled through here this afternoon.
It did. It poured down on me at the parade company.
Because whatever the weather is outside, it is inside.
It's inside. That's correct. That's correct. We are doing better. I mean, we've gotten.
Hey, everybody! Wow,
yeah,
got a bunch of people here. Taliesin, CD, Jeepo, Wings. Good to see y'all. Thanks for the thanks for the sub, Taliesin. By the way.
Yep. Weak sauce. That's what you're looking for. Apparently, Jeepo's only happy if it's the wrath of the Almighty. Apparently,
yeah.
So.
My dogs thought it was.
Yeah,
yeah, they were not happy about the.
I'm sure Dresden wasn't happy either. So yeah, it's been. It was a short but sweet, relatively nasty storm that kind of rolled through. Tomorrow they're saying somebody at work was saying we're due for some pretty heavy storms tomorrow.
1 to 2 inches of rain.
2 inches of rain is 12 inches of snow. If you think about it that way, that's a lot of fucking rain.
It is. It's a lot of fucking rain.
1 inch of rain translates to 6 inches of snow. So yeah, that's a lot. We'll see. Alex, the people at work were saying, I mean, it could be one of those days where we call it quits early and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, I believe it when I see it. Trailing on my roof and caused $9,000 in damage. Jesus Christ, Chris. Not you, Chris. The other Chris.
Yeah.
Taliesin. Jesus, man, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Glad I have insurance. It's no more fun. Yeah, that's rough, Taliesin. That's fucking crazy.
So,
but at least the insurance covered it. That's good.
It depends on temperature, I guess, because I just found a rain to snow calculator.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, that's at 27 degrees. That's not what I think you're right. I've heard different things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, on average, an inch of snow or an inch of rain equals 10 to 13 inches of snow.
Okay.
So it's even more.
So, okay. I mean, I heard 6 inches a long time ago.
I guess around freezing, it's 5 to 8 inches of snow per inch of rain. 25 to 30, so where it's actually just snow, it'll be about 10. And if it's below 20, it'll be 15 to 20 inches per inch.
Wow. That's wild that the temperature would have something to say about that.
Well, it's because if it's right around freezing, it's not all coming down as snow. It's coming down as rain, too. It's wet. It's wetter. It's not as not as much snow. But yeah, still, that's a lot of fucking rain. Oh, Wing said that her friend Carolyn had a bunch of hail at her house. I don't think we got any hail here. We got a lot of rain though, and quite a bit of thunder. But people say they got pea-sized hail for about 2 minutes. Yeah. Renee just told CD that her and I moved flat out because of a tree in our backyard that started looking bad.
Oh man. Well, that's the thing, man. Getting a tree looked at, and having it potentially cut down can cost you thousands of dollars.
They were estimating $7,000 for this tree. It was a 90-foot maple.
Jesus, who did this?
It was us.
Oh, it was you guys. Okay. Yeah.
Middle of summer, beautiful night. No, nothing, no storms, nothing. Just a beautiful night. Had the windows open. Cool night in August. All of a sudden we hear 2:00 in the morning here, bang, as a huge limb came off the tree in the back, just fell. Took out our electrical to the house. Didn't cause us to lose power, just ripped it off the back of the house.
Oh, drag. That sucks because, you're like looking at it and you're like, anytime now. Anytime.
Yeah, that anytime that becomes a live wire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was call DTE, call the insurance company, call. My buddy Rob came over with his chainsaw. It fell on the fence between me and the people behind me's yard. And a good chunk wound up in their yard. But yeah, Rob came over with his chainsaw and we sawed it all up, but it took us hours because it was so much. But yeah. Anyway, so how was your week?
Well, kind of crazy. I got my contract for incarceration finally, which I'm happy, I have it, but I'm also like, oh God, it just, it was, it just was one of those things. Like, I'm not an overly anxious person, but the fact that, uh, I had to like contact my contact and be like, hey, can I get my contract and so I can move forward and pay you guys your fees and get going on this whole thing? And the guy's like, yeah, I'll get it to you the end of the week. The end of the week came and I didn't see shit. So I was like, all right, I'll give him the full week. And then I didn't see anything. So like on Monday night, so Tuesday, I was like, all right, can I, any update on that contract? And he's like, I'll get it. Sorry, get it to you. Or didn't even say sorry, just I'll get it to you by the end of the day. And by the end of the day, I was like 8 o'clock here, 5 o'clock California time where the office is. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I still haven't, nothing. This guy, it's like, now I got to make another, email to this guy and try not to be sound passive aggressive. And then I'm like, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm trying not to be. Some people say the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Well, the problem is sometimes the squeaky wheel gets replaced. So I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass, but I just wanted the contract, And then at midnight I check my email and there it is. Like it came in at midnight. I'm like, so at 9 o'clock at night, California time, this guy finally gets me with I'm just like, okay, whatever. But I have it, and now I can kind of move forward, and I'm actually kind of signing it right now. But I've just got to get a lot of, I've got a lot of like stuff to do, in the next 4 weeks, basically, because the show is in 4 weeks. And I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, damn, I've got. I wanted to give them like a good 2 weeks after Sonic Temple so that they could kind of like reset and chill. But I'm like, why we can't do this kind of thing like right away? Just Give me the contracts at the beginning of the year. Let's get it all squared away. Instead I've got to do all of this, rigmarole and got to go running and money, money, money. But anyways, I got that squared away. I had a interesting, weird, like event on Friday. It was called Glizzy Fest. And Glizzy Fest, it was this hot dog themed, well, not even a hot dog themed. It was a punk rock / rap / art and music festival at the Tangent Gallery in Detroit. And it was interesting, but it was also like it was just kind of weird because like it was music and they were having a lot of, like these local artists and local musicians and stuff. And people really weren't down to be body painted until closer to the end of the night. And then I had like a bunch of people and so a couple of my friends like, yeah, paint a hot dog on me. And when you hear something called Glizzy Fest, you expect to see a lot of hot dogs. Um, I don't really see much. I mean, there was a hot dog vendor. I was expecting gourmet hot dogs, some other crazy hot dogs and shit. I didn't see. I mean, it was kind of weird. Wasn't any real. Um, there wasn't much in the way of hot dog stuff.
Doesn't sound like a
But it
very
was
good fest then.
huh?
Doesn't sound like a very good fest then.
Well, like I said, yeah, it was just weird because I mean, it was fun though. I mean, we had a good time and um but it was a little odd. I was like expecting more hot dog stuff and there really wasn't much in the way of hot dog stuff. But again, it was a good time. I didn't make a whole lot of money, but still, fun and weird and then Saturday did some stuff with my folks and then we had you were there, of course. Did our um memorial for Michael Wiggins, our friend who passed away 10 years ago. And it was a lovely evening. It was nice. I mean, I got in a little later than I originally wanted to because of helping out my family, but it was a it was nice because we were able to celebrate him and his and just him,
Yeah.
and they were playing a slideshow on several different screens that was really kind of funny because there were just pictures from Michael's life from childhood to right before his passing, and it was just like watching all these crazy pictures and seeing all these memories, many of us were in.
Yeah. Remembering a lot of those, like, oh, hey, there I am. I remember that night. That was.
Yeah, it was a wild kind of thing. So I did enjoy that. That was fun. But again, and I
So,
said it, it's just it reminds us, that he's gone,
yeah.
and you know, so what
Yep.
are you gonna do,
Yep.
But again, that was fun seeing everybody, and you and Renee and everybody else, and we had some nice toasts to him and everything else. So that was it. Oh well, I
Drank a
mean,
lot of
other than
Moniac.
yes, drank a lot of Moniac. And then yesterday I went and saw um uh I went and saw Masters of the Universe. We can talk about that a little bit on the show in a bit. So that was my week for the most part. What about you?
Uh, Pretty much same old, except for Saturday. Hung out, did my usual things, went golfing, got really soaked at the golf course last Wednesday because storm rolled through, as we were, of course, at the back end of the golf course. Waited for it to roll through, and every time my buddy put his umbrella away, another wave came through. It was fucking hilarious, actually, because he's like, I was watching it come across the golf course, like you could see the sheet of rain coming across right at us,
Hmm.
and he's like, okay, it's letting up. I can put this away. I went, and next thing you know, it's coming across. He's like, oh shit! He's trying to get it back out, and as soon as he gets it up, it calms down again. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, okay, I could put it away. I'm like, I wouldn't. Like 4 times he did that. And finally he was like, fuck it, I'm already soaked.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's funny.
but had a good time with that. Then Thursday, Friday, really didn't do a lot. Saturday had the memorial. I was there for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
We actually Renee and I went to a garden party earlier on out at her friend's house. Um, that was one of 3 guys that were there, for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And, but that was fun. I had a good time. Um, and then we left there, came home, took care of the dogs, and then went over to Cat and John's and, for the memorial and spent the rest of the night there. Um, Getting to hang out with people and, see people outside of other areas, like, hanging out with you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hung out with Polly and Danny, outside of playing Magic with them, things like that. Yeah, good food and drinks at the garden party. Yeah, there was. There was also good food at John and Kat's. I mean, it was burgers and stuff like that, but it was still good. Um, but while I was there, Cindy walked out and she's got a Polaroid and she walks right over to me and she shows it to me. And I'm like, holy shit. The picture from Mr. Ed's, the bar that Michael owned. It
Mm-hmm.
was from one of the Halloween parties. And it's her and I sitting at the bar. And it's so the night I dressed up as Kurgan.
Okay.
And I guess she showed it to Katrina, and Katrina's like, wow. She's like, who's the woman sitting next to Chris? And she just looked at her and said, your mother.
That's funny.
But yeah.
It's just funny how much we change over the years too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I understand where she was coming from. Cindy, I believe, was a vampire that night, and her face was white, and the flash from the Polaroid just washed it out.
Funny.
But
That's hilarious.
yeah. But anyway, overall, good time. Sad moments,
Yes.
but still good time. And then Sunday, Renee and I put together a bunch of stuff in the basement for um the setup down there. We put together the printer stand and got the printer up on that. And then yeah, you got to see pictures of a different me. Yeah, that's true. And then we put together a printer desk or a printer stand for my actual printer, my 3D printer. And so we got all that put together, and I actually was able to start making things down there.
Cool.
Other than just the koozies and stuff, which reminds me, one sec. Well, that's not good. I didn't
What?
need to hook. I hooked the microphone and pulled it right off the desk. That was bad. Talk amongst yourselves. Right, I meant to pull this out earlier. Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh God.
Just as a proof of concept, made something up that I then Magic game board. It says Monday Night Magic, Brady Basement. So the kind of thing I'll be able to do. Okay. Now going forward, so kind of cool.
What was it again? It's a game board.
Yeah, it's for playing Magic. You lay your cards out on it, and
Mm-hmm.
it basically keeps them off the table and makes it easier for you to be able to pick them up. And I've got another one. It's basically like a desk mat. It's the same as
Okay.
it's the same as like a mouse pad, but it's bigger. Um, but yeah, luckily I didn't knock my drink over when I pulled the mic off. I got it hooked behind things on my desk, and it just knocked everything over as it came forward. Um, but yeah, so I got that going. So now I'm able to do koozies. I can do pretty much everything now. So I'm going to I'm figuring out what I want to do. I'm gonna do like those the Tavern Knights mugs that I got everybody for Christmas a couple years ago. That's basically what those are, is sublimated printing. I can do those now. I can actually make those mugs.
Mm-hmm.
I can make tumblers. I can do the koozies. I can do all sorts of things. I can do keychains, pictures, coasters, really some cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to playing around with it and seeing what I can do and what I can make. And I'm working on the website, things like that. So
Good.
I was working on that just before we got on tonight. So
Mm-hmm. We don't. For those of you guys who are watching, Chris and I have no idea what to talk about today. So we are we were trying to figure that out as well, because
so
we've both been
yeah,
crazy busy this week.
yeah. But with that, what are you drinking?
Well, I'm not
Let's start.
drinking anything tonight. I'm just having a Pepsi. But the other night, I had a fantastic new cider from Angry Orchard, and it was a watermelon cider from Angry Orchard, and it was really great. Um, I just wanted to talk about it. It is, like I said, from Angry Orchard. Saw it in the cans, um, and it was just like fucking fantastic. Um, it was light. It was sweet, but not too crazy sweet. It was honestly just like a really a great example of a really good watermelon cider. Highly recommend it. It's
Oh,
new
God
from
damn it.
Angry Orchard. What's the matter?
We're losing frames again. All of a sudden, we were fine, and then all of a sudden, we're at like 8.5% drop frames. But sorry, you were saying, so you had an Angry Orchard. That was
I
right
know
at the
Angry
party. Yeah.
Orchard watermelon. It's quite good. Highly recommend it. Like I said, it's nice and light. It's refreshing. It's sweet, but not too sweet. Because watermelon stuff can get really crazy sweet if you're kind of like strawberry stuff. Strawberry stuff can get overly sweet sometimes. Um, but it was excellent. Like I was quite pleased with it. I'm gonna have to look into maybe getting some of my own, because somebody else brought it. I don't know who brought it, but somebody brought it.
Yeah, I don't know who did either. It was just there, and
Hmm. I was like, well, I'm just gonna try one of these here. I'm just gonna give this one a shot, and it was, like I said, it was quite good. So highly recommend, guys, if you want to check that out, definitely do that because it was really good. Watermelon is a watermelon cider from Angry Orchard, one of the pretty much the king of high of like a what's it just like a higher end uh my brain is braining it's one of the bigger cideries, for
they're Sam
for
Adams.
cider, right? Yeah,
They're the Sam Adams cidery.
they're kind of big.
Which, by the way, so this is something we could talk about, but we can talk about it later. We'll talk about it. Just remind me about Sam Adams. So
Okay.
I am actually drinking something tonight. I am drinking this lovely liquid right here. As you can tell, it's in a small glass, which means that it's liquor. Um, the first time I'm actually having it on ice. Um, and I actually kind of like it better neat. Um, but it is the one I posted the picture of recently. this right here, Rust Belt bourbon by
Mhm.
Rusted Crow. It is, I mean, the bottle is cool as hell. It pours like shit, but it's a cool as hell bottle.
Mm.
This actually is metal. These are metal bolts. Um, and got like engraving on the back in the metal. Um, it's a really cool looking bottle. Um, but anyway, it's a beautiful bottle. We not this last weekend, but the weekend before, Renee and I were in Dearborn Heights, which is where Rusted Crow is located,
Mhm.
and we hadn't been there in years, so we're like, hey, let's go. We talked about this last week.
Mhm.
And so I picked up this bottle, and so I had some of it there in an old fashioned, and it was outstanding. Oh, I got the hiccups now. Um, but yeah, this is really good. It is so smooth. Oh, damn it. Guess it gives me the
It's
hiccups though.
it's
It's so
smooth.
smooth. Ick. Um, no, it actually is extremely smooth. It's one of the best bourbons that I think I've ever had. It's definitely way up there. With probably it may be my favorite. Um, outside of maybe the Black Dragon that I've got downstairs that I haven't opened yet. This is right up there with that. It is so good. And I've never seen it in a store. So while I was there, I picked up a bottle, and after having some here at home, I told Renee, I said, we might have to go back out to Dearborn Heights more often to visit Rusted Crow. So it's quite delicious. Definitely 5 out of 5 for me on this one. Not that I usually rate liquor that way, but that's what I would give it.
Mm.
CD's got apple pie cider, 4.5 out of 5. 5% from Down East Cider House. Is this the one you had that you were talking about? You had the other day, the apple
What was
pie
it?
from Down East.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't down east. It was east something though.
I thought it was Down East. This is not as sweet as most of their stuff, which works perfect with the cinnamon and apple flavor. All their stuff is great. Same place that I gave to Chris. Yeah. Uh, Same as last week from Russ that I missed live. So yeah, it was Down East.
Or was it down east?
Yeah.
Okay.
Renee has the minus 196 grapefruit. Oh, CD said they changed their logo. But yeah, I said that that's the same place that does the slushies that CD gave me. The blue slushy, red slushy, white slushy. But yeah, so speaking of drinking though, so the World Cup's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the places that they are playing is in Boston. And there is a huge amount of Scottish fans in Boston right now because that's where Scotland's been playing.
Mm-hmm.
And they drank Sam Adams dry.
They drank what?
They drank the Sam Adams Brewery out of Boston Lager. Their flagship beer, they're out of right now.
Wow.
Renee sent me a thing earlier. I haven't watched the whole thing, but it was basically because I was at work. I was actually in the office, and but it was basically they're like, Boston's out of beer. They're out of Modelo at just about everywhere. They're out of Boston Lager everywhere. They're out of all of these different things. I'm like, wow, there's still a lot of time left in the World Cup.
And this is that's messed up, dude. That the Irish,
The Scottish,
the Scottish have drank out Boston.
well, they're one of the ones.
Fucking
But I mean,
insane,
there's
dude.
other fans that are doing it too. But
Yeah, but that's amazing to me. You know?
yes, yeah. And Renee actually said also, watching all of the Europeans experience real America is also amazing. Like, one, they're all complaining about how fucking hot it is. Because they're not used to like 80, 90 degrees.
That's adorable.
But also like the food. They're talking about the food and just how amazing it is. Like there's a French guy that is walking down the street talking about that he's in Houston. He's like, and I just had he's got a thick French accent, and he's like, I just had Texas barbecue for the first time. Oh my God. This is the greatest. This is it might be the happiest day of my life, and I'm married with 2 kids. This is this is amazing. There's nothing like this. It was, and he just goes on and on about how great it was.
What was it? What was it he ate?
Texas barbecue.
Oh, okay. Well, something to be said.
I say I can send you the video, but yeah, it's hilarious because he just goes on and on about how amazing it is, and yeah, and he talks about going to Costco as well. He's like, he goes, they got this place here called Costco. He's like, it's a store that's bigger than the village I live in.
Yeah, that makes it makes sense. It's funny how. To see the reactions of Europeans coming over to, and it's one thing because that's the thing. A lot of Europeans, they'll come over and they'll come over and they'll be like, they'll see New York or they'll see one of the big cities and stuff like that, but they won't necessarily. They're not going to see like some of the details of the United States. It's seeing a European come to like the middle of America and seeing how much space we have sometimes and stuff like that. That shit gets really impressive. That gets wild. I've seen them react to stuff like that, and it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, well, and they also, a lot of them are also saying just how friendly and welcoming people are. Like the guy, the French guy in Texas was saying, he's walking down the street and he goes, and people are just smiling at me. He goes, French people don't smile at each other.
That's messed up. French people don't smile at each other. Yeah, well, like the Midwest is particularly known for our friendly nature, and friendly attitude. So it's a little weird. I guess but the French are different though too. The French are notoriously famous for their rudeness. At least Parisians are.
People I know that have gone there said that they have experienced the exact opposite.
Yeah,
that they're extremely friendly and all that. And I'm like, that's not what I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I've heard I've always heard
I've heard specifically Parisians.
Yeah. That they are specifically Parisians are rude. But who knows, man? Yeah.
A lot of people think that the Dutch are extremely rude. When they're not rude, they're just blunt. They don't believe in sugarcoating things or wasting time with flowery language. They just tell you how it is.
Right.
And to a lot of people, that comes off as rude. But if you understand the culture, it's not rude. It's just them being Dutch.
That's just them being Dutch. That's funny. I'm sorry.
But yeah. But I've been watching a bunch of the games. There's a game going on right now. I think Iran's playing at the moment. Which, speaking of Iran, we supposedly have a deal. The deal that nobody's seen.
Yes.
And he's docu-signing it.
I heard something about $300 billion.
So part of what they're saying is part of the deal is they get $24 billion in unfrozen assets.
Yeah, well,
and then
their assets.
And then they're going to get $300 billion to rebuild the country, to rebuild the infrastructure and things like that.
It's amazing. We'll bomb the shit out of you, and then I tell you what, to make peace, we'll give you money. We'll give you money so you can rebuild the country that we just bombed the shit out of you.
Yeah, actually, CD, I don't even think we're going to get as good of a deal as the Obama deal. It's that they've got 60. There's no provisions in this initial agreement other than that it's a 60-day ceasefire, and then they'll talk about negotiating about the nuclear program.
All right, the Strait of Hormuz will reopen and things like that.
Yeah, but and supposedly no toll according to Trump, but that's not what the Iranians are saying. I think they're expecting to get paid for it. It's a much better deal for Iran. Iran is so much better off than was going to be so much better off than when they started. Now, that said, I don't mean to make light of anyone who died in the conflict. 13 Americans died, thousands of Iranians died. So that's a tragic loss of life. But Iran as a country is going to come out better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the strait was open before the attacks, before Trump started the war.
Yep.
That's something that we have to remember is none of this. There was no problem, and the idea that Iran was, 2 weeks away or 2 months away or 2 days away, depending on what they decided to say at the time, from getting a nuclear weapon. That's been the case. They've been two months away from getting a nuclear weapon for 35 years.
Yeah. No, it's complete screaming horse shit that they have been constantly saying that. And it's messed up. It's completely messed up.
Caused tons of damage all around the Gulf Coast to a bunch of our allies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and so they were talking because now the whole thing is that the deal's going to get signed on Friday, and then that's when they'll release what the details are to everyone. Even the Gang of 8 still hasn't even seen what the details are.
Correct.
And they should.
Yeah.
They should know what America is agreeing to because they have a say. But yeah, it's they were saying, I heard somebody saying, well, what is it that's going on Friday that they need a distraction from? Oh, it's Juneteenth. And it's the opening of the Obama Presidential Library in Chicago.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah, so they're like, yeah, he's trying to pull attention away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
it's fucking it's fucking crazy. This is fucking insane, dude. I mean, I'm it really is something to be like the manipulation of everything at this point is just been comical, like fucking comical. I'm beside myself, dude, trying to like deal with this daily on the daily. Like I'm so fucking frustrated. I'm tired. I am stressed because of all this shit. They said too that even after this deal goes out and the Strait of Hormuz opens up again, it's still going to take probably at least 6 months before gas prices will get even close to where they were before any of this conflict happened.
I was hearing earlier, they said it's going to take them, they have to clear all the mines first, which is going to take quite a while.
Yep.
Then about 3 months after that, traffic will start actually flowing through the strait again.
Mm-hmm.
On a regular basis.
On a regular basis. They'll probably have they'll probably clear an area and they're like, okay, this area is clear. We can send ships through slowly or whatever. It's not going to be, it's not going to have full traffic. It's going to be like, we're going to bring it down to 1 lane. We're going to take this 6-lane highway. We're going to bring it down to 1 lane. And
we know how traffic moves through that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then finally, after
Come
a
on,
while,
guys,
maybe we
zipper
can bring
method,
it.
zipper method.
Yeah, zipper method. Let's and that's what's gonna happen, man. It's just gonna be it.
It's going to be a long time. They're saying that this isn't going to save them, the Republicans, from the energy issues by the midterms.
No, it won't. Absolutely not. And it's just really, really frustrating. Um, and what the only thing that I can kind of take from this as being like a semi-positive thing is that Donald Trump has basically fucked himself with his constituents, with the MAGA red hat wearing nut bars. Like they won't vote for him again, or they're
Well,
not. He's losing all of his
and
support for those people.
he is,
And
and
more so, actually, not so much the MAGA nut bars because they're the ones that are supporting him like crazy. Some of them have drifted away, but I mean, he's losing all the moderates. He's losing all the ones that were kind of on the fence.
the independents.
The independents. He's lost all the independents.
Yep. The other person he's really fucking on this is Vance, because Vance is the one that's kind of the poster boy for this now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going so sideways and Vance is out there trying to spin it. And you can see that Vance is not a natural politician. He is not a good politician.
No.
He is not a good public speaker. He doesn't know what to say when he gets up there. He's just lost. He doesn't have the charisma.
Oh, he's a fucking moron, dude.
Yeah. And I don't know that he's going to be that he's going to win the ticket for 28.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that basically feel that he is probably, I mean, he's not a safe bet for the Republicans. He's not a good bet anyway, because he's completely unlikable,
So
Yeah.
also in current events, Donald Trump had his fucking birthday spectacular out on the South Lawn.
Yeah.
He turned it into a fucking circus.
Yep.
Bread and circuses, dude. It's the fall of an empire.
Absolutely.
It's the fall of a fucking empire. I guess I didn't see any of it, but I heard today that they were making the military salute the fighters as they were going out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's some bullshit.
Oh, it was a clown show. Like, I didn't watch it either, but everything that I've heard about, dude, it was just an absolute clown show. The fact that one fighter basically just attacked Michelle Obama, and it attacked her, like, I think he more or less like called her a man or something like that. I didn't hear all of it, or I don't know all of it.
CD just said one fighter yelled out, "Michelle Obama is a man."
Yeah. That's fucking messed up, dude. That's really fucking messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. So that was just a fucking joke. The country is a joke. Because of what Trump's turned us into. We've got countries saying that, warning their people that it's not safe to travel to the U.S. We got travel advisories out in our ally countries. And the DOJ has started investigating Gavin Newsom and his wife for tax issues.
Yeah. Again, just absolutely ridiculous. This is incredible, dude. It's just absolutely incredible that that they are they've continued to do this stuff. I am blown away.
It's authoritarian bullshit.
Yeah, they absolutely. I mean, somebody posted on Facebook. Did anybody watch Idiocracy 2? It really did happen, or something like that. And because that's exactly what it was, man. This is the craziness that Idiocracy kind of like that they kind of like predicted that it was going to be like.
This is
I,
Idiocracy 2.
it
The
is. It
prequel.
absolutely is.
It's
The
Idiocracy 2,
prequel.
the prequel.
It's where we're getting. Yeah, we're moving towards it, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm fearful for the country. I'm fearful for
I,
the future.
I mean, I haven't seen Idiocracy, but I was waiting for Trump to come
Oh,
out.
Chris, you've never seen Idiocracy?
No, and I don't want to watch a goddamn documentary now. Um,
Ah,
but I was
it's
waiting. I
so
was waiting
good.
for Trump to come out on his for this birthday thing with an M16 in one hand and the flag vest with the bandana on his head, like Terry Crews did in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was expecting.
Yep. I wouldn't be so. I mean that
Maybe that'll
Terry
be on July
Crews.
4th.
Yeah, that'll be on July 4th. And that's the other thing too. Like people keep talking about like Donald Trump. He is now the oldest president.
Yep.
The oldest sitting. Well, okay, Ronald Reagan hit 80 when he was in the and so did Biden while they were in office. But they hit 80 at the ends of uh their their reign, I guess, for lack of
And
a their
neither one of them
terms.
should have been president then.
No, of course not. Donald Trump will be, if he makes it to the end of his term, he will be the oldest sitting president that we've ever had.
Yep.
And it just shows, man. It shows every day, like how bad he's getting. And it's one of those things where we really, really, really need to talk uh about age limits when it comes to the presidency and honestly the
Everything.
the Senate, everything. There needs to be age
There needs to
limits.
be age limits and term limits for
Hmm.
every position, including Supreme Court.
Yep.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
I don't think it's unreasonable to say 75 is your absolute limit.
I think that's too old.
I think that's too old, but I think there are a lot of people that feel like, well, the presidency, I mean, you have to be, I think, what, at least 38,
35.
35 to
Yep.
be the president?
Yep,
I
same
thought
as
it
a
was
senator.
38.
Nope, same as a senator.
Oh, okay. Um, uh, I mean, I would even go, personally, I would go 70. But
I would say you can't be 70 and run for president. You have to be under 70.
yeah, you can turn 70 during the presidency, but
Hell.
but I would still, I mean,
Yeah,
because
but
I know some pretty spry 70-year-olds. I mean, you and I really not that far away from it.
no, but I understand that, and I do too. But I don't care. At that
Mhm.
point, you're no longer in the majority of the. You're not a typical American because you're now in your 70s.
Mhm.
The typical Americans are in their 30s and 40s. That's who we need. Is we need those that are still in that range, the 40 to 60 range. I think is who we need leading the country.
Mhm. I mean, I don't disagree. I just think
And I think
I'm trying to be reasonable because I think the opposition to something like that would be like, no, 70 or 75.
and
I think 70 is a good cutoff limit, absolute cutoff limit. You cannot run. You got to be done by the time you're 70. In your like you can finish if you turn 70 in like a term of service, you can finish that term, but then you
yeah,
got to be out.
yeah, yeah. You can't run if you're over 70.
Right.
You're 70 or
You
over.
can if you're
So
68 and you're the president and you turn 70, you get elected and you're 68 and then you're 72 when you get done. Okay, fine. But and there should be cognitive tests.
yep.
Cognitive tests need to happen for when you're in a position of that incredible level of power. We need you to be mentally sound.
Yep.
And I mean, now apparently I keep seeing things on Instagram and online and stuff saying about how apparently the Situation Room was being used to plan like protections for Donald Trump because he's in the Epstein files, and somebody has leaked or is
Well,
leaking recorded conversations
I
that
haven't
happened.
heard that, but I have heard there's a new book coming out next week, and I was going to bring this up. There's a
Mm-hmm.
new book coming out next week. I believe it's next Tuesday, actually, that comes out. It's called Regime Change,
Mm-hmm.
and it was written by people who they've done these books in the past. Every president has had these books written about them, these types of books
Mm-hmm.
written about them, and it's basically about things that have been going on in the presidency, and they conduct interviews with people who are in the know, and they amass their data and they put it together and create what happened basically out of the interviews.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm hearing, this book is so accurate as to what's been going on in the Situation Room and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, that the White House is saying that somebody had to have had to have recorded things and leaked the recordings because it is so exact on what actually happened.
Okay.
And the ones I'm hearing are Stephen Miller suggesting that they suspend habeas corpus, and that Vance was the loudest voice in the room saying yes, we should do that. Because the immigrants are an invasion, is what they were saying.
An
Uh,
invasion.
yes, along with
Unbelievable.
other things like that. And yeah, I guess that whole thing, the suspension of habeas corpus discussion is what they're saying is why they think that there were recordings and they were leaked. Because no recording devices are allowed in the Situation Room.
Okay.
Most of the books like this that were written by Bob Woodward in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously not this one, uh but yeah, it's along that same vein. It's
Right.
it's here's what's really going on in the White House.
And Bob Woodward was one of the original reporters that exposed Nixon.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Watergate. He's one of the
In
Watergate.
Watergate.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
so
dark, dark time, dude.
I
It's
think I'm gonna pick up the book.
good. Cool. 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 Cool.
I don't normally read like nonfiction shit because when I read I want to escape. But
Mm-hmm.
this is
Mm-hmm.
when I'm like, I want to read this. I want to be in the know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it going to piss me off? Yes. Am I only going to be able to read like maybe 2 pages at a time because I'm going to get pissed? Yes.
Yeah.
But I want to know. I want the knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it's a lot more. That seems a lot more feasible. Like this book sounds a lot more feasible than the shit you're just gonna hear on Instagram.
Mhm.
Because it's been vetted, it's
Yeah.
been edited and things like that. And
Yeah, these are real reporters that have vetted their sources. They have confirmed it with other sources, things like that
Mhm.
before they write them down.
Exactly.
And yes,
So
Wings, you're right. We have yet to have a Gen X president.
yeah, absolutely. We have yet to have a Gen X president. I mean, I'd say Obama was the closest we've had,
But he was a boomer.
but he was a boomer. Yeah, he was just. It sounds like probably just barely.
Like
Um,
no, he was a few years.
hmm.
He was born in 61, so he's 3 years.
Yeah, you're right. So, um, yeah, 65, I think, is technically the beginning
I've
of
seen
the.
60. I usually see 64.
Well, I think I was familiar that it was 65, but I could be mistaken. Um,
They
uh,
fluctuate depending on
they
who
do.
you.
They fluctuate depending on who writes the article, but it's usually right in there, 64, 65. So,
This says 65 to 80 when I
yeah,
look at Google. So I guess
yeah.
that's the general.
Generally, I was said, yeah, I've
So
heard
he
65
was
to
4
80.
years then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, So he would actually be. A lot of people consider him kind of on the border. He was he was known as a Generation Jones person. So he was because he would have been a very young boomer, or he was like Generation Jones, as in like the people that were alive or were born right around the time when Jim Jones, poisoned all those
Yeah,
people.
Kamala Harris would have been close. She was born in 64.
Aha. Okay, so technically, so I would love to see a Gen X president.
Not
You know,
Vance. Oh, wait, Vance
good
is a
job.
millennial.
Vance is millennial.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
But you know why
Let's
we haven't had a Gen X president?
Because I haven't run.
No, because Gen X is the fucking leave
Because
us
nobody
alone.
remembers us.
No, it's just fucking leave us alone. We don't want to be. We don't want to be
wanna-
out there. We just want to be left alone.
Just want to leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just want to be left alone. um.
But yeah. So, anyway, yeah. So I'm if you're interested in that kind of thing, check out Regime Change. Comes out next week. I don't know the authors' names off the top of my head. We don't accept Vance as a millennial. He's a weenie, and we don't want him.
Agreed.
Well, Renee's a millennial, so. All right, so something else I just saw. Closed it. I guess. Oh yeah, I did because I thought it was actually one of the things that was causing us to lose frames. Because of ads and shit. But McDonald's is bringing back the fried apple pie after 34 years.
Wow. Okay.
They say it's an apple pie. It's filled with molten fucking lava is what it's filled with. Delicious fucking molten lava.
Delicious molten lava.
I love those things, but man, though they were that was molten lava in there. That just I'm amazed I have a tongue. Because every time you could let that sit out for an hour and you still bite into it, and it was still too fucking hot. But they were delicious. So
I thought. Did you say the apple? It was the apple pie.
yeah.
See, I was always of the understanding that that it was around. I didn't think.
So I think they stopped doing the fried apple pie. This is the actual fried one now because
Okay.
fuck everybody's heart. You don't get enough cholesterol from the burgers and the fries at McDonald's. You need to get that fried apple pie in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And actually going back to the Europeans coming here and saying how great all the food is, it's because we don't care about our people.
Well, that's accurate.
We have no standards about our food. We let there be as much fat and sugar in there as they want to put in. Whereas in Europe, they actually have standards for what you can use and what you can't.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Dude, I ate at fucking pubs in Ireland for 2 weeks when I went there on my honeymoon. Ate burgers, fries. I did eat some other stuff like sea bass and seafood chowders and things like that. But I had fish and chips. I had a lot of deep fried stuff. I lost weight. I was 2 pounds lighter when I came home.
Well, the food is just better. I mean, you're right. The food is better there. They don't because they just have better they have better rules for what goes in the food. That's why there are people that can't eat bread and stuff here, but they can eat bread and gluten kind of things, wheat-based things.
Yeah.
In
Europe.
In Europe, and they're fine.
Yeah. And I think it's not, I don't think it's even the additives. It's what we've done genetically to our wheat that's caused all the gluten allergies. I mean, when I was a kid, there weren't all these gluten allergies.
No, for
Now
sure.
there are. So I don't think it's actually gluten. I think it's what we've done to our wheat. And the fact that like China won't buy our fucking corn because it's been genetically modified
Mm-hmm.
too much. I'm like, that's ridiculous. But yes, Renee said Americans go to Europe and lose weight. Europeans go to America and return with the freshman 15.
Yeah,
And you're
that's
right.
accurate.
And you're right, CD. Here, eat a fried pocket of sugar.
And it's accurate.
Yeah.
I will say though, they are they are delicious. The apple pies
Oh
from
yeah, they
McDonald's
really
are
are.
delicious.
Well, shit, the Hostess apple pies, just the regular Hostess apple pies
Mm-hmm.
are fucking delicious. And the cherry pies and the chocolate cream pies and all of those are just fucking delicious.
No, they really are.
Yeah, we have deep fried Twinkies. You're right. You're right, Wings. I'm not a big deep fried Twinkie fan.
Oh, me neither.
Uh, uh
No, they're a little much.
yes, some of those are okay. I mean, I've had deep fried Twinkies, I've had deep fried Snickers, I've had deep fried Oreos, I've had deep fried cookie dough. I've had deep fried beer. That was nasty.
Deep fried what?
Beer.
That's disgusting.
What they do is they basically take a ravioli, fill it with beer, and deep fry it, and then give it to you. And when you eat it, it like pops hot beer into your mouth. I'm like, that is disgusting.
That's disgusting.
I had
Why
to
would
try
they
it.
do that?
They
It's
they have
disgusting.
they even have deep fried butter.
Yeah, I know. I've seen deep fried butter. Basically they just bread it, and I've never eaten it. I wouldn't eat it, but they basically it's frozen. It's a frozen stick of butter.
Yeah.
They bread it, and then they deep fry it, and then when you cut into it, it just blah, 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 and so you're essentially eating deep fried like breading that has got a shit ton of butter on it.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah,
No
you know
thank
what?
you.
CD, that doesn't surprise me that the Wisconsin State Fair has like 30 to 40 deep fried things. That's what state fairs are for. Louisville, it's actually
Mm-hmm.
Thunder over Louisville. That's where I've had most of these was it's not their state fair, but it's the 2 weeks before Derby every year they do the chow wagon is what they call it
Mm-hmm.
down in the Great Lawn, which is right down by the river. Um and it's just a shit ton of food trucks and like cheap ass like souvenir things down there. Um but it's just you walk around and you just get a bunch of deep fried food, or like they have like the elephant ears um the sausages, and it's basically carny food is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Deep fried corn on the cob, no thank you. Um
I don't know. That sounds like that could be kind of tasty.
no man, I'll keep doing my grilled corn on the cob. That's the way I like it. Um but all right, well we should move on.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we want to talk about tonight? Oh, you went and saw
Uh,
Masters of the Universe.
I went to Master of the Universe.
And you said you were the only person in the theater. You had a private screening.
I did. I was the only person in the theater. It was
I was on
interesting
a date.
because
I was on a date one time when we were the only ones in the theater, and my date said, "You know, if we're the only ones in here, we're not watching the movie." And then
right.
3 other people walked in and sat down like 2 rows in front of us. So we watched the
Nah,
movie.
um, yeah, it kind of floored me because I was like, I mean, I saw it, it was a Monday night at 9:15, and I wasn't expecting like a full theater. I wasn't even expecting half a theater, but I was expecting more than just me. And uh
I was at Polly's playing Magic when you texted me, but
yeah. Um and so yeah, I got the perfect seat, the dead center in the middle. I was like, I could have sat anywhere I wanted. Hell, I could have changed seats every 5 minutes if I wanted, and nobody would have made a single thing. I had thought about doing some funny shit, like just go around and like lean back all of the chairs and just leave them like
was
that.
I like take pictures in every seat?
Yeah, like upside down, and just like take selfies of myself just in every seat. But no, I was enjoying the film, so I didn't want to do that. But So the movie itself, this is one of those great tragedies of cinema. Um, I thought, I mean, this was just it was an excellent movie. It's not gonna win amazing awards. It's not gonna change your life. I've had a few movie experiences that are made based on on the things that I love, like Superman and various different movies, Star Wars, various different movies that later,
Let let's face it.
that have brought me to tears. You know, um, this new Superman movie, there were a couple of points that I got emotional. Um, like there's been a number of movies over the years that have been made that have plucked on the nostalgia,
Yes.
button, and and that's great. This didn't so much do that. I definitely had a couple of nostalgia moments that were like, that's funny. Oh, that was a harkening back. That was cool. Or this is, this, that, and the other thing. I know I don't want to do too much. I don't want to spoil anything
Hey,
really. I
don't
know you
spoil
haven't
anything,
seen
so I'm
it
gonna
yet.
go see it maybe this weekend.
Right. So,
Edie said he's
but
gonna Father's Day force his family to see He-Man this weekend.
I do recommend seeing it in the theater. It's a lot of fun.
Actually,
It's
with Father's Day being Saturday or Sunday, I don't know that I'll have time because we got Father's Day at Renee's parents, and we've got a thing in Grand Rapids on Saturday.
well, Chris,
and
go
gaming
and
on
see
Sunday.
it. Go and
Or
see it in the
Friday.
theater. Go and see it in the theater because it deserves
Maybe I'll go
that
next Monday
attention.
because we're not playing. We're not gaming at Polly's. We're not playing
Mhm.
at Polly's or Brian's next week. So
Well, I think it's only been I mean, as of um as of this weekend, it's only made worldwide about $87.3 million. Which is
which means
sad.
it's only going to get its 2 weeks and it's going to get pulled.
It's probably going to get pulled. I mean, it might get a full month, but that's probably it. Um, it's sad because it's his it's the film directed by Travis Knight and starring Nicholas Galitzine as He-Man alongside Jared Leto as Skeletor had a reported production budget in excess of 170 million. This means it requires roughly 425 million globally to break even. The film's theatrical trajectory has struggled significantly, suffering a 70% plus drop in its second weekend. Despite the low theatrical returns, studio executives at Amazon MGM are looking to the movie as a long-term franchise anchor for Prime Video, utilizing the theatrical release as a promotional vehicle for its eventual streaming debut. So basically, they feel that this movie would do much better streaming, which it probably will. It's probably going to be one of those movies that when it goes to streaming, it's going to be the top movie on Amazon Prime for a week or two, because people are going to be like, hey, finally I can see this. Because, and I'll get into the reasons why, but um, honestly, Chris, this was a fun film. It was entertaining. It had heart. It had struggle, dealing with the ideas of like parental expectation, what you expect from your children, the pressure of living up to that. Um, uh, the a lot of people were like, "Oh man, they're going to set it on Earth," because we all saw that. Okay,
Yeah.
he spends time on Earth, and there were a lot of people that were like, "What?" And then, but it's really a pretty short part of the movie. I like one of my friends was like, "It's going to be like the first third of that movie is going to be on Earth." It was just, nah, not really. Um, the designs on all of the characters look great, like Trapjaw and Triclops and Skeletor look fucking amazing. And even He-Man. I mean, He-Man, they took these characters that are arguably, you know, could be pretty freaking cheesy if they, depending on how they designed it, and they did a great job making it look very believable. Man at Arms and Tila. I mean, all of the performances were great. I'd say honestly, this is one of those points, because a lot of times Jared Leto played Skeletor, and a lot of times he's like people call him like box office poison lately because the last few movies he's done have failed dramatically, or at least if they didn't fail, they just didn't do near as well as people had thought they were going to do. Um, And this movie is not his fault, not even a little bit. Like he was really great as Skeletor. Like Skeletor was funny at points. He was, yeah, he's a scene chewing, like just bad guy, a villain that is irredeemably bad. And as much as I like the idea of a villain getting a redemption arc, he didn't need one. He does not need one. Skeletor does not need a redemption arc. Like they kind of gave him a bit of a redemption arc in Kevin Smith's animated series, because in the series he is shown to be like He-Man's uncle. He's actually King Randor's brother. And I don't know if they're going to go that direction in these movies, but Leto was just great, and you don't see him. He's under
Yeah. Yeah,
a
that's the
lot
one
of
thing that I was talking with
he's under
Polly
a
about
suit.
that. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
talking to Polly about that, and I'm like, that's one of the things I like is that they're if they're doing that, because in so many films they pay to have a big star in there.
Yeah.
So every time they talk, like Spider-Man 3 with
Mhm.
Venom, every
Yeah.
time he talked, the mask peeled back to show Topher Grace's face, and I'm like,
Correct.
no.
No. Exactly.
And
No.
yes, it's like Mando. Yeah, Mando, the Mandalorian, he doesn't remove his mask. Judge
Right.
Dredd, the Stallone version, he
The
never
Stallone
took,
version, he removed his
he
mask.
removed his mask, but in the second version, he never removed his mask, and part
Right.
of that was because they wanted to stay true to the comic.
Right. And that was what's his name from
Carl Urban.
from The Boys. Yeah, Carl Urban. That was Carl Urban.
Yeah.
And yeah, he didn't remove his mask his helmet the entire time.
Yeah.
Which is very appropriate, you know. And so yeah, he was under a digital mask. I mean, the face was digital.
Yeah, and
but
RDJ better not remove his fucking mask in Doomsday.
oh no, we're gonna see his face at some point. We'll see his face at some point. But the other thing is though, RDJ, the initial reviews and whatnot, the buzz, as they say, coming out of Doomsday and the Doomsday filming is that RDJ is absolutely killing it as Doctor Doom. So we should see, it should be interesting. We should see some I think it's going to be pretty great, personally. So the this movie itself, like the special effects, like I said, everything was great. Like I said, it was very, very humorous at times. Nick Galitzine did a great job as Adam and as He-Man. Everybody was just good. Everybody was fun. It was interesting that they chose the characters that they chose out of all of the plethora of characters that of all of the heroes that you could have used. Because most of the time on the old He-Man cartoon, you saw He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Teela, Orko, and Ram-Man. Those were the main ones that you saw pretty regularly. And then you'd see guests. You'd see Stratos. It was in an episode, or you'd see Manny Faces, or just some of these various other ones. This one we always see Moss Man too for a minute, but out of the heroes we see Fisto, Mechanic, and Ram Man. Those are the main heroes that you see. Besides, you also see Roboto, and of course Man-at-Arms and Teela. But it was interesting that they chose Fisto, and I think honestly they chose Fisto because his name is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And they could make the joke. He goes, because you fist people. He goes, I absolutely do not, So well, one of the things they explain is that, and I thought this was really cool, is He-Man, like the names of the various characters are a little silly.
Yeah.
Their code names or their names. He-Man and Fisto and Ram Man and Trapjaw and Triclops and stuff like that. These are all names that 10-year-old Adam gave to these people in his mind when he was sent away from Eternia. So that was a really cool explanation. Because at one point, like Adam, as an adult, refers to these guys as Ram Man. He goes, "What did you call me?" He goes, "Well, you look like somebody that rams things." It was just, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Honestly, that's pretty cool. And then they do a similar thing. What was it? Look again. I don't want to reveal too much, but also like just the set design. Everything is of course on green screens and stuff, but you can recognize the vehicles that they're flying around in and stuff. You're like, man, I had that vehicle, or they had those sky sleds that you see them riding around in all the time, and he jumps on one, and it looks a lot like a speeder bike, honestly. But and the ship that Tila picks him up in, the has a kind of a almost like a hawk like or a bird of prey like kind of look, and that was the thing that you could buy. It was the bird shaped like vehicle that would also came with like an addition to Castle Grayskull, and it would sit on Castle Grayskull and the vehicle. I can't remember what it was called, but
the He-Man cartoon was made to sell toys.
it was made to sell toys. In fact, the toys came first.
Right.
And then the cartoon was kind of, if you watch the documentary on Netflix, the cartoon was actually almost a complete like the designers were pitching this toy design and this toy line to Mattel, and they were like, "Oh, did we happen to mention the animated television show that is going to be developed for this?" And they were like, and the guys were like, "Wait a minute, what are you talking about?" And he goes, "Yeah, the animated show that we're going to be working with Filmation on," and it was totally like bullshit. And they kind of went, "Wow, an animated show? That sounds like a good idea." So it was
We
part
should
of
do
that era. hmm So anyway, there's absolutely no reason why that this movie should not be doing well. It has everything. It has all the earmarks to do well. But the problem is out of those properties, those IPs from those intellectual properties from that era, He-Man kind of dropped off. You had the original series, you had the spin-off She-Ra, and then you had the theatrical release movie, The Secret of the Sword, that introduced She-Ra. It was essentially the pilot, the three episode, pilot that it turned into 3 episodes of introducing She-Ra. And then you had the movie, the original live action movie with Dolph Lundgren. And Dolph Lundgren
God,
has a
that was bad.
cameo. Huh?
I said, God, that was bad.
It was bad, but it had really good elements. Like Frank Langella playing Skeletor was really great. He was great. He was a great villain. And the woman, I can't remember her name, but she played Evil Lynn. She was really good too. She was that actress.
Again, it was too much on Earth, and
yeah,
that was what I was concerned this was going to be.
It had Courtney Cox in it.
Did it?
Courtney Cox was the.
Oh, that's right. She was.
Yeah.
She was the one. Just the chick that teamed up with him.
Yeah, the teenage girl that they met, and then the guy who played Tom Paris on Voyager was her boyfriend. Yeah. But they introduced new characters, and I mean, it was a cool movie, but it kind of missed the mark a little bit. I still think it probably did conceivably better than this movie did, though, for the era. It probably didn't make the money that this movie is even making, but it probably did better for the era because He-Man was fresh in everybody's minds at that point. Because that's what I'm talking about. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have always had something going on. They've had shows, they've had video games, they've had movies, they've had live action movies, they've all had all kinds of shit. The Transformers, even after the original show went off the air, they brought back, they had the Beast Wars and they had
The
different things like that.
the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie grossed roughly 17.3 million at the worldwide box office.
Okay.
Because its production budget was 22 million.
Oh, okay.
It
So
was
it did
considered a
financially.
major box office failure at the time.
Okay. But it would be interesting to see, like, with the adjusted amounts, how much of a failure it might have been considered, like if it's the same level as this one is, But anyway, Transformers has been in the common parlance and the common culture for pretty much this entire time, because there's always been Transformers. There's always, like, over the last 40 years, there've been some kind of Transformers, show or movies or something, or video games. For you know, for He-Man, once we got past like that initial the original show and the movie, all we had really were some comic books that have come comic book series that have come and gone, and then the Kevin Smith, animated show that was on Netflix. That was amazing, by the way. That they were absolutely, for the two
Yeah,
seasons they did,
I haven't seen the
absolutely
second
great.
season. I've watched the first season. I haven't watched the second season yet.
Really great. So, and that's one of the things that people are saying, is that because of that, we've had, we just haven't had the engagement, and that's why people just didn't give a shit as much. The people that went to see the movie were Gen Xers that were raised on He-Man, that wanted to see a new He-Man movie.
Yep. So I looked it
And
up. Adjusted gross for the 1987 movie is about 50.4 million.
okay. So,
And the 2026 is currently made 87.3 million globally.
all right, so maybe doing a bit better, but
produced on a reported budget exceeding 170 million.
right. As I said
That's going to be a
earlier.
problem for them.
Right, exactly.
I
mean, to
don't
break
think we're going to see
even,
any more Masters of the Universe.
like I was saying earlier, like I said earlier, to break even, it's going to need to make about 4.25. Now, but the thing is Amazon MGM, like I was saying earlier, is that they're happy with the engagement that it's been getting. That they feel like that this movie could springboard into, more things. My opinion is this movie should never have gone to the theater. It should have been released as an exclusive on MGM or on
Prime.
Amazon Prime, and that's where it should have been. It should not have been in the theaters, because it just
No, is this a way for
did
Bezos?
not.
Is this just going to be a way for Bezos to hide money? Is that he keeps
Maybe. I
putting
mean,
it
if
in
that's the
there
way I
and
want to
he's-
look at it. But yeah, it's as much
But
as
I agree with you. I'm surprised they released it in the theaters. It didn't just put it out as an Amazon Prime exclusive.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's not, and I really hope that it
I mean, it's got some recognizable names in it too. Like,
yeah.
not necessarily huge names, but some of them are pretty big. I mean, Idris Elba's in it.
Yeah, and he's great.
Jared Leto, both big
Yep.
names. Marina Baccarin, not as big a name, but still a recognizable person.
She's
In nerd circles, she's very recognizable. And
oh,
a big
yeah.
name.
Yes, she plays the sorceress, and
Yeah.
she's not in it very much, but the girl who plays Tila, she was. I mean, like I said, the performances were all spot on. They were really, really great. And
Is it campy?
I'd say no, not. There's campy moments. There's a few moments that are a little cheesy because,
Well, I mean, like the Fistos,
again,
the Ram Man thing and stuff like
right.
that. Yes, but
no, I wouldn't say it's campy. You see Cringer at the beginning as like a cub, and then you see Cringer at the end, where he kind of rides in, and helps Adam, and he's this huge green tiger that's big enough to carry two people, and then, I mean, it is a movie that is definitely. They tried to make the He-Man movie into the Barbie movie. and unfortunately, it didn't land the way they wanted it to. But it is still an excellent movie. I will be adding it to my
Of course you will, because you're an
my
easy audience.
well, I am an easy audience, but I mean, of course, who would you come in? How would you expect anything less
No,
from me to add
no,
to not
I
add?
would not.
I
No.
you know what I equate this to? I equate this movie to the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, Honor Among
Because
Thieves.
yeah, Honor Among Thieves, it missed the mark. It didn't get the audience. Although Honor Among Thieves still ended up doing still a lot better
So
uh, total than this
yeah,
one did.
I enjoyed Honor Among Thieves. It did have the member berries in there for me. For a lot of things.
Sure.
Like throwing the old D&D cartoon characters in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was cute.
The fact that
But
you could recognize the spells that they were casting, and you'd be
yes,
like, "Oh, that's Magic Missile. That's Bigby's Helping Hand. That's whatever," you know. The creatures that you could
yes.
recognize, the Displacer Beast, the
Although
gelatinous
they
cube.
changed the Displacer Beast. I didn't hate how they did it, but they definitely changed Displacer Beast.
Well, sure. I mean, certain things are just not going to translate as well on screen. So they did a few things. Personally, I think they could have still represented the Displacer Beast well in,
Yeah,
you know,
not
but
projecting its image somewhere else, but having it be a few feet off of where it actually was.
yeah. Which is, that's the way a Displacer Beast is.
Yeah,
I just think, I mean, I wasn't mad at what they did. I was like, okay, I get it,
yeah,
Um, and that's fine. You have to accept a certain level of adjustment because they're not just trying to appeal to you and me. They're trying to appeal to people that have never played
yeah.
D&D before and just went, "Oh, this looks like this could be a fun movie to go see." Or I like Chris what's his
Fine,
name? The Chris
fine.
Pine. I want to go and see a Chris Pine movie today. Um so I get some certain changes. I mean, I was talking about today about one of the things that about the animated version of The Killing Joke and about how they added in they added more stuff into that
Yeah,
story to pad the story, and it was bullshit. It was
yeah.
that whole because The Killing Joke is not a particularly long graphic novel. It's like maybe 40 pages. And
There's a
it's
lot
hard to
packed
turn
into
that
that
into
40 pages, but
huh?
there's a lot
Yeah, you get
packed
a
into
lot
that.
into that, but it's because it was a prestige format comic book, which means it didn't have any ads. It didn't have, ads. So it was probably, like I said, like a full 40 pages. And I could pull mine out and look at it right now. But it didn't have as much stuff, so they added more shit in. They created stuff the entire first act, and it's it was bad. It was like they did some stuff in it that
46 to 48 pages long, depending on the edition.
yeah, and it pissed off a lot of people because in the story they had, Batgirl having sex with Batman, and that's like that
Yeah, that
they've never
no,
had that relationship.
no, that actually pissed me off.
Yeah, Chris, I don't think I've ever been more mad being in a movie and seeing that's based on something that I've read and it was passionate about. I've never been that mad before. Like I was like, holy shit, that's fucked up. I was so fucking mad. I mean, the rest of the movie was okay. Once you get through that part, the rest of it is pretty solid. Is a pretty
Mhm.
solid translation from
It was a
the
good
page to animated,
translation, except for that one scene.
except for that part. So, what are you going to do? But overall, uh, go and see Masters of the Universe at the theater. Give them their money. If you don't see it in the theater, at least check it out when it goes to Prime, because it's well worth it. It was a lot of fun. It was a great translation from, one of the cheesier, quote unquote, sillier kind of like, um, uh, toy lines from our childhood, and but it was a lot of fun and well worth it. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
missed.
did spend a lot of it. I did spend some extra money on like it was like $38. Like I will admit, there's one of the reasons why people have stopped going to the movies as much is because of how holy shit expensive it is.
Yeah.
Like the ticket was,
Well,
I
and
can't remember how much the ticket was, but a medium thing of a regular thing of bag of popcorn, a medium drink, which is still a pretty good sized drink, and a box of Raisinets was more money than the fucking cost of the ticket was.
it probably double at least.
At least
Because
it was
the
like
tickets are like
$38.
the
It was like
ticket,
$38 for me to see the fucking movie.
yeah, tickets are like $13 now. So
Which I'm okay with that. I don't mind that so much. But to get snacks at those
but yeah,
places,
so that means
it's
your snacks were twice the price of the movie.
It's egregious.
But
It's
that's Renee has always said, because Renee worked at a theater for a long time when she was in high school and even out of high school through college. And she said they don't make money on the movies. They make
No,
money
I know
on
that.
the concessions. That's where they make all their money. That's why they're so expensive.
And I absolutely understand that,
Yeah,
and I get that.
8 years. Yeah.
It's still
So
like bothers me though that they pay that it's that much.
well,
It just seems a bit to be way
even
high.
back in the early 2000s, I was golfing with Roger, Kelly's dad, and we were golfing in a league together, and he actually got me a card for my birthday that said, I got you a little something in this card so that you can take my daughter out to the most expensive restaurant in town. And you open it up and it says the movie theater.
Yeah. Well, Roger was famous for that, what he called his wild and crazies.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it actually said in there, it actually said that the most expensive restaurant in town, the movie theater.
Well, it's very true, man.
It is.
So yeah, as much as I love the movies, I can certainly understand. There was another thing that people, one of the reasons why people said that this movie is failing is because the audience that would go to see it are Gen Xers that are older, that have that would rather just watch a movie from the comfort of their own home on their big fucking television.
And that's what I was going to say.
Room.
The other thing is everyone has big fucking screens at home now. I mean, I've got
we've talked about
I got like a 70-inch. I got like a 70-inch TV downstairs.
Yeah,
I don't need to go to the theaters to see it on a big screen.
No,
it's going to be better resolution on my TV downstairs.
And you can pause it
when I need to pee. I'm not going to miss anything. Or if I want to go make some popcorn, I got like for less than what I'm going to pay at the fucking theater, I get 18 bags of microwave popcorn.
Yep, exactly. So that is understandable as to why people are doing that, but it's still.
I think theaters are dying. I think they're going to be gone.
Oh, they're definitely struggling hard.
I think
they're
either going to have to change, or they're going to be dead within a decade, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Within a decade, that makes sense. I've talked about this. I think it's going to turn into a situation where movies are going to be like going to see a Broadway show, and where it's going to be very expensive to go and see a movie, where it'll be like $50 a ticket kind of thing. And you get like a dinner or something and with your ticket to go and see this theater, and it'll be a movie that is extremely high end, like the kind of movie that has to be seen on the big screen, the kind of
I think it's going to go more to like what the Fathom events are. They're going to be special events.
Yeah.
You're going to get to go see a Taylor Swift concert, or you're going to get to go see Kevin Smith do something, or you're going to go see a Kevin Smith movie with Kevin Smith doing like a Q&A
commentary
or
and
commentary.
Q&A and
yeah. It'll be that type of thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's going to be more than just going to watch a movie.
Correct. Going to the movie theater is going to evolve and change into something else. I think, you know what we'll also see? I think we'll see it'll either get extremely expensive, and then on the other hand, it'll also be the dollar theater kind of thing.
Well,
But it won't be
I
a
think,
dollar. It'll be $5 for a
yeah,
matinee,
and
and that you'll see.
I think we're also going to see them shrink. We're going to see the multiplexes go away.
Yeah. Yes. It'll be like I said.
It's not going to
Yes.
be
Correct.
50. It's not going to be 15, 30 theaters anymore. It's going to
No.
be maybe
You have
2 or
4.
3. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
4 at
maybe
the
4.
most, and you won't have 10 showings a day. You'll have like each movie you'll see maybe once per day.
Yeah.
You'll have the opportunity to see once per day. I don't think theaters will go away for completely, but it is going to be. You're not going to see metroplexes
Nope.
and like huge movie theaters anymore. They're going to eventually either go away. They'll knock the big ones down. They'll build a couple. They'll build some small ones or whatever, or they'll revamp that space into something else, and you'll just go into the 2 theaters that are available and whatever. But yeah, I agree. I think the movies will change very dramatically in the next 10 years or so, and it makes me sad a little bit. I love going to the movie theater, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, and I think the movies that do go to the theaters will be these big major blockbusters that they guarantee, that they know for certain is going to make $1 billion at the box office.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um,
Your Avengers movies are still going to go there.
right? Your Avengers movies,
Although I think those are going to stop before too long too. I think people are getting superheroed out, and I think they're going to realize that.
I hate that kind of talk, Chris.
X-Men might bring it back, but I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see the Avengers go away, and I think we're going to see the X-Men and mutants come in.
Yeah. No, I think we're going to see. I don't think we're going to see superheroes necessarily go away, but I do think that they were flooding us a little bit too much with them, and I think that's why Disney has pulled back with not putting quite as many out in a year, and that's why DC is also being a little more, Warner Brothers being a little more careful. There's like, we don't want to flood it, we don't want to overdo it. That's why we're getting from DC, we're getting Supergirl, and I think that's it this year from them, because we're getting Lanterns on TV.
Yeah, because we're going to get the TV show Lanterns,
and we're getting Supergirl, and I think that's it from Warner Brothers when it comes.
And I'm
to
looking forward to that. I mean, we're getting Spider-Man and Doomsday this year from Marvel.
Yeah, correct. And then we also got Spider Noir, but that's actually not a Disney production. That's an Amazon production.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little different. But
which I still haven't started that. I need to start that.
It's really good. It's really good.
But now Renee says she's well. I was just going to be me because Renee said she didn't want to see it, and then she's like, now that I've heard so many people say good things about it, that now I kind of want to see it. So,
mm-hmm.
And I said something about. I said, well, I plan on watching it in black and white. And she's like, wait, there's color? I said, yeah. She's like, that's not noir.
Well, noir can be in color. You can have film noir in color. It's just traditionally when film noir was created, it was during an era where black and white was the standard.
She just said no.
But disagreed. You can do film noir in black and white.
Yes, you can.
I've heard some people.
But it has to be in black and white. It can't be in color.
If you talk to film people, they will say you can do it in black and white. It's just people feel
and we're agreeing that it should be in black and white. You keep saying it should be. It could be in black and white, and it can be. It should be. That's the only way for that film noir is.
I think that I've watched it in both. I've watched not the entire series. I've watched episodes in either, and I will admit, it's really great in black and white. It's very crisp, and you can see the I think because you don't have color, your eye is picking up more of the details. You're seeing the textures and everything. But if you watch it in color, the colors, because of the black and white filming, the colors are very intense and bright, and
Yeah, so I'm looking at it now, and it says color noir films, often referred to as neo noir,
mhm,
use highly saturated palettes, neon lighting, and dramatic contrast to evoke the same dark, oppressive, and uneasy atmosphere as black and white classics.
that's correct. So, um, it's pretty interesting.
Renee, I don't make the rules.
I've been really enjoying it so far, and some pretty cool stuff. The the
Oh yeah, she said, or you can go the Sin City route and have
or go
most in black and white, and then a few primary colors that come through.
sure,
I
yeah, the
loved that
red
actually.
and the
I
yellow.
loved that the way that the Sin City I thought was just a fantastic film.
Yeah, well, Sin City was actually probably one of the closest translations from the printed
I
page to cinema that I've ever seen.
I
Like it
st-
was
I've still never
extremely
seen
impressive.
Sin City 2.
A Dame to Kill For.
Yeah, Dame to Kill For. I have not seen that.
They're both very well done. I
The first one,
mean,
I love the first one so much that
right. Well, Robert Rodriguez directed the first one, and I think Frank Miller actually directed the second one.
oh did he?
Yeah, which is, I mean, he's the guy that
Yeah.
wrote and drew the first ones. I mean, they basically used his comic books were used as the storyboards. So same thing with 300. It was they used his comic books to storyboard that movie.
I
And
didn't realize
yeah,
Blade Runner is considered a
Blade
noir
Runner is
film.
considered film noir. It's a sci-fi movie wrapped in a film noir wrapper.
It blends science fiction with noir, creating a cyberpunk aesthetic using neon, deep shadows, and rain-soaked cities.
Mhm. Like I said, film noir can be done in color. It's just not as common, and it's you know I think sometimes people expect film noir to always be in black and white. My friends Shadow and Jade were saying that they were having a fun time trying to guess what certain they were watching it in black and white, and then trying to guess what color that certain thing was. And then they would flip over to the color version to see if they were right. Because you can, if you could, you could just go.
That'd be a fun game.
Mm-hmm. And so like I said, I'd say that there is a value to watching Spider Noir in color. Like my friend Patrick preferred it. He was like, "Oh no, you got to watch it in color." And I'm like, I'm going back and forth. I'm like, the first one I watched in black and white, the second one I watched in color.
I plan on watching
And
the whole thing in black and white.
I've heard some people do. I'm going to watch the whole thing in black and white first, and then I'm going to go back and watch the whole thing in color because it's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Each episode is an hour, roughly just short of an hour.
I'll watch the whole thing in
typical
black
thing.
and white with Renee, and then maybe I'll go back and watch it in color because she won't, because
Yeah.
that's not noir.
No. So what else? Moving on. We are getting a little late here, but we did have also a date was released for Strange New World season 4. I believe it is July 27th. Is that correct? I think you posted about it, or CD posted about.
I'm
Somebody
sorry,
posted
I saw something come in. What was that?
We have a date for Strange New World season 4.
I did not post that.
Okay, I think CD did. The season 4
Yeah,
official trailer.
I didn't read that. I didn't read what CD posted today yet. I saw it, but I haven't read it.
He goes. He feels that the CD, you can chime in on this, I'm sure. Feels that the show has gone downhill in the last couple.
I agree. The last season was definitely not their best.
Yeah. But yeah, their new season comes in. I'm not hyped enough to pay for Paramount. I think it is July 27th is when
I feel like they're July 23rd. I just pulled it up because I'll watch the trailer afterwards. But I almost feel like they're rushing them out because they seem to be coming out fast.
Well, they are. I mean, I don't think it's fast. I mean, when did it's been quite a while since season 3 ended.
It hasn't been that long, I didn't think.
It was the fall fairly certain.
But it hasn't been a
been,
year
close
since
to a year.
it hasn't been a year yet. So I mean, they're getting it out within a year for a show that needs high production value. That's really quick.
Let's see, Strange New Worlds. Let's see the third season, the final episode.
Premiered on July 17th of 2025. So I guess it did premiere a year ago.
Yep, almost a year.
The finale airing on September 11th.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's been almost a year, and then this episode.
I don't want it to end. So I don't want.
Well,
them
I
to
wouldn't
come
be
out so quickly.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the last season they'll do this, and then the last
season will probably be just a couple months later. It'll probably be at the beginning of next year. I think.
Yeah, season 5 they'll probably put it in like January because it's going to be a 6-episode season.
Yep,
it's going to be real short.
It's already done.
It's done. They've finished it. There's no reason to not kind of move forward on it. And
Spock is way too much a ladies' man.
This is the first time, and also with the cancellation of Doctor Who on the BBC, this is the first time that there is in decades that there hasn't been a Star Trek or a Doctor Who show in production.
That universe is just done right now because they share a universe.
Yeah, kind of.
It's been talked about.
Yeah,
they share a universe.
See, now I've actually heard that they're canceling Doctor Who to basically retool it.
And I don't doubt that. They're not canceling it. They're canceling the current version of it, and they're gonna retool it, like kind of like what they did back in the early 2000s, where they canceled it for several years. It was off for several years, and then they brought it back, just basically rebooting it with Eccleston.
It all sounds like Doctor Who will be rebooting in the near future as the series regenerates once again for more checkout. So yeah, I mean, I find it very hard to believe that they're going to cancel completely cancel one of the longest running science fiction and beloved science fiction shows ever to grace British television. Like that's asinine to me. It sounds terrible.
Yeah. Speaking of Doctor Who, this is actually something I saw yesterday. So Only Murders in the Building, which was I think originally only supposed to go like 3 seasons. Their 6th season is coming out, I think, later this year. Amazing show. If you're not watching it, fucking watch it. Steve Martin Short, Selena Gomez, absolutely just fucking killer.
I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, Steve Martin and Martin Short are like best friends in real life.
Yeah.
And they've now like adopted Selena Gomez, and she's in there with them too. They are all like super close. Plus, this show is the reason that Martin Short and Meryl Streep are actually a couple.
Pardon me. Oh, in
real life. They're
Meryl Streep and Martin Short are a couple?
Yes.
In real life.
Yep.
I thought Meryl Streep was married. And I thought, well, wait a minute. I think Martin Short's wife passed away recently.
Meryl Streep and Martin Short have continually stated that they are just good friends. Rumors are they are dating have persisted since they co-starred in Hulu's Only Murders in the Building. Despite their initial denials, the pair have been spotted frequently together at various events, red carpets, and cozy dinners. So,
yeah, you're right. This is what it says. I mean, I caught it. So, that's wild to me.
But anyway, in season 6, they're actually leaving New York and they're going to London. And with that, they keep adding to the cast, I guess, for the next season. And 2 of the latest to be added to the cast for season 6 are Jodie Whittaker, who played the Doctor, who was the
Mhm.
first female Doctor,
Right.
and David Tennant,
Oh, neat.
who is one of my favorites just overall. Because
Sure.
he's I think I would like to just hang out with David Tennant. Not because of who he played as the Doctor. I loved his portrayal of the Doctor. He is to this day probably my favorite Doctor.
Mhm.
But also just seeing the way he is. I mean, he was an amazing villain in Jessica Jones
Yeah.
as the Purple Man. He was just fucking evil.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
he's crazy in Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah. Well,
For the little
he's
bit that he's
only
in there.
he was only in it for a little
Yep.
bit, but yeah, it was good.
And honestly, if you ever see him at like cons and stuff like that, the shit he pulls on his son is hilarious.
Well, the stuff that he did with Michael Sheen too, like he's done a lot of stuff
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's in Good Omens,
Yes.
but the two of them are actually very, very good friends. During COVID, they did a bunch of like they created basically their own scripted show that they did over Zoom, and it was basically just the two of them taking the piss out of each other over Zoom. And it was really hilarious.
Well, have you seen what he does? So his son was on Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah, he was one of the sons,
yeah, he's
wasn't
one of
he?
he's one of the princes. And
Right.
so he goes to a lot of cons and signs stuff now because he's on the show and people and the young fans love him. So he's gone to like cons with him, and he'll stand behind him with a sign that says he's not a big deal and point with an arrow pointing down at him.
Hey, man, why not? If you're gonna have a dad like that, yeah, you're gonna have a famous dad. That's
I still think it's
totally
hilarious
do
that he married the Doctor's daughter,
Oh yeah, for sure.
who is the Doctor's daughter.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's like I love the fact that he married the daughter of another
Of Peter
doctor.
Davidson, who is
Yeah.
my other favorite Doctor.
Yeah,
And yes,
this is really
so
good stuff.
yeah, so he married and she starred in the episode The Doctor's Daughter.
Oh, that's fucking great. That's awesome, dude. Um, I will. Let's see what I was gonna say. I wanted to go. I still haven't seen Mandalorian and Grogu.
And it was the
And
best, then maybe Capaldi, and then Easter Island Head.
Easter Island.
Who's also in House of the Dragon, which is coming
is.
back later this month or next month?
This week, like
This
coming
week,
up,
yeah.
like it's this week, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. Started off big. Or start off with a big
Yeah.
fucking battle right off the bat.
Big
Bam!
fight. Like it's gonna be like the first episode is gonna be like 70 minutes. It's gonna be huge, and it's gonna be bloody and brutal.
Yeah, I haven't fucking started The Boys yet. Now House of the Dragon's starting back up. I'm like, I gotta watch it all. I don't
Mhm.
have time.
Yep. It's pretty incredible actually. Some of these things that are coming out and everything that everybody has. I'm not gonna have time.
Yeah.
I'm totally not gonna have time. I still haven't started the new Critical Role.
So I have. We are 4 episodes in now. We
Are you
watched 4
enjoying it?
episodes. Yes, I am. It's not. I still don't think it's the best season so far, but I am enjoying it.
I've heard
It's gotten better.
One of the bigger complaints is that people want Scanlan back, and that Taryon Darrington isn't like. There are some people that probably didn't watch the
He's
original.
annoying. Yeah, he's
shows, right.
annoying, but he's supposed to be.
Right, exactly. No, he's supposed to be annoying. That was the point.
Yeah,
And I love that.
where they're at, where we are, he just went home, and you see the shit that's going on there.
Okay.
So,
I love that it's Wayne Brady playing him. That's fucking hilarious. I love the fact that Sam didn't voice. He's voicing Scanlan, but he didn't voice his other character.
Carrying. You know what? Now that
Taryn
I didn't know that, but
Mhm.
now that you say it, I can hear Wayne Brady's voice in there, and that makes sense because I'm like that just doesn't sound like Sam. He's really definitely doing a different voice. So,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't realize that he wasn't voicing him. I thought he was just
Yep.
doing a very different voice. But now that you mentioned that it's Wayne Brady, I'm like, ah, because that was the thing. I'm like, it sounds familiar, but it doesn't sound like Sam. I'm like, maybe it's just that he's doing something different. But yeah, now I can totally hear Wayne Brady in there
It's like
now.
CD is enjoying Vox Machina, so that's good. Now, do you mean CD? Are you halfway through the show or halfway through the old?
No, he's halfway through this season. He's
Oh, okay.
finished Vox Machina.
Okay.
The
The originals.
The originals. Yeah,
Mhm.
he I remember him talking about that. That's why that's actually still his favorite.
Mm-hmm. I love the original, the first one. It was one of my favorites too.
But
So yeah.
all right,
Well,
well
we
we
should
should
probably
wrap
wrap things up.
Yep, I'll say we
Yeah.
should wrap things up.
It's 10 o'clock. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight on this oh so lovely yet rainy, spotty rainy um, Tuesday
Yeah,
here
I've
in
had the
Detroit
window
area.
open here all night. It's been
Yeah, I mean,
beautiful.
last week it was, God, fucking Michigan. Last week was in the 90s. This week it's been in the 70s. Like, it was literally like 68 degrees on Sunday.
It's supposed to rain, big rain tomorrow, more rain on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I think are supposed to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, man. Just this fucking, climate change, because climate change is a myth, of course,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. What do you mean climate change?
Anyway, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, watch what's going on, guys. Make sure that you are paying attention to the government, to what's going on in Washington, because we are in unprecedented times here, and it's pretty crazy. Um,
More
we've
rain
also
coming in like the next hour, by the
we're
way.
also in unprecedented times when it comes to entertainment. Just the amount of content that is being generated is just next to impossible to keep up with. But we're doing our best here at Nerds with Alcohol. Keep
We
your
try to
eyes
bring you all the latest news
exactly.
with a nerd bent.
Exactly. So we will be back at the gaming table this Friday, which
You
will
going to be
be
on time,
the
Russ?
19th. I should be. I
Are you going to leave
was.
your house before 7?
That's the plan. It's always the plan, Chris.
Leaving
We have
now 7:25.
we'll be confronting some dwarven miners about their pollution, the polluting
Hikiro
of the
Taco
river.
Bell.
Sometimes it's Subway.
Yeah, sometimes it's Subway. Maybe we'll get pizza this week.
Maybe, yeah, pizza. We should always get pizza. I don't understand why we don't. So yeah, we will be back. The following gaming session, and we'll talk about it later. The following gaming session, I will not be able to make because I will be I will be out of town.
No
Which is so
experience for
weird.
you.
It's so weird how that happens.
You know what? I'm gonna
It's
start
like,
keeping track. So every time you miss, that's one more session before you
oh no,
get to level up.
that's not true. That's not the case. I'm sorry. The next session after that is the third, which I will be able to make, and then the one after the 17th I will not be able.
Yeah,
So I will be
the
here
third
first.
will probably we may have some dog noises in the background because we will probably have the dogs in the basement.
Yes, because it will be the day before the 4th. So
yeah, so
yeah. So, but anyway, be sure to join us if you can. Good times, lots of gaming, lots of crazy stuff, and all kinds of fun for from us here at Nerds with Alcohol. Tell all your friends about us. Make sure that they know that they can get some great information and some great opinions from a couple of old Gen Xers about nerdy shit.
yeah,
Please join us.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell the people on the street. And remember, you can follow us on most of the social medias. We are on Facebook, Nerds with Alcohol Show, and pretty much everywhere else. Just search for Drinking Nerds. We are not on Twitter anymore. That is a toxic cesspool, and I will not go back there. But everywhere else, we don't post a lot on the other things. I should get back to that, and hopefully I will. Keep your eye out for Drinking Nerds Entertainment. Coming soon to an interwebs near you. I will have things for sale.
That'd be great.
You want koozies. You want, hell, I'll do t-shirts. You want, I've got, if you're a golfer, I've got swing, swear, look for ball, drink, repeat koozies. So yeah, keep your eyes out. Dog bandanas. I hadn't thought of that, Wings. That'd be something we could do. But yeah, all sorts of things. I'm open to other ideas. Custom game mats, custom mouse pads, coasters, picture frame. They're like pictures type of things. Anything like that. All sorts of custom stuff, and the race to the button curling game, which is fun for everyone, even if you don't curl. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, so I think that's gonna about do it.
That should do it.
Until next time. Slainte.
Slainte.
All right, have a good week, everybody.
Good night.